I was sitting in the back there. I realized how much weight I've gained. But in Minnesota, we call it winter fur. Winter fur. I gotta keep my wife warm while I'm squishing her, you know? As a warrior of the Red Lake Nation, it's my duty to keep her warm while I take her breath away. Then I realized, man, I was sitting in the back, I realized how heavy I was getting. Because every time I tie my shoes, it's like I'm going underwater. So I got to hold my breath. So now I got to tie my shoes like this. Sometimes you got to fix the tongue. That's what she said. Oh, that's terrible. I'm going to get banned from TV my first time on. But yeah, man. Good times. Red Lake Nation, man. We don't have the cool sounding names, you know. The Ojibwe don't really have cool sounding names. Red Lake, we got brown, yellow, white, blue. I visit my Lakota friends. I got Tatanka Means or Gabriel Nightshield, Vaughn EagleBear. I go up to them. Hello, Jon Roberts. Not a very warrior name, but I'm trying. For the first time in my, well, it's not the first time in my life. I've been a big guy for many years. I've been fat shamed before, but I recently got fat shamed by a 3-year-old. We were getting ready in the morning, going to daycare, going to school, going to work. I was in a hurry, so I took my shirt off. I grabbed another one. I put it on my 3-year-old. Oh, big belly. Pulled my shirt off. You can't even fit that. What? Oh, man. Thanks for coming out, people. Supporting live comedy. My name is Jon Roberts from the Red Lake Nation. Miigwech.
Coming to you straight out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Brought to you by the Sioux Empire Podcast Network. This is Urban Indians.
All right. Welcome to episode 37 of the Urban Indians podcast. I'm your host, Gabriel Nightshield, joined as always by Char Green, Nate Foote.
Always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for last episode.
Yeah.
And
I feel like
Robert.
It's been a long time for me. Yep, Robert over there.
And then Shaina's in the corner hiding because she doesn't want to.
Shaina, you can come out now.
She's like right back.
She's hiding behind the couch. But yeah, fucking A's. It's been a eventful past couple days. Mm-hmm. I don't know, a lot of media coverage going on.
Yep, uproar.
But first, let's talk about why you were gone last week, Char.
Last week? Oh, because we didn't have a podcast last week.
Last show.
Yeah, last
show. Oh, okay.
Number 36.
Yeah, my twin's birthday.
All right.
Mm-hmm. No.
But yeah, no, I was just giving you shit. I don't know.
You valuing your family.
Yeah, how dare I?
Yeah, that's awesome. Did you guys do anything special for it?
Went to Sky Zone.
Oh yeah?
Almost broke my ankle.
Really?
For real?
Because you know, have you been to Sky Zone?
Mm-hmm.
Have you? It's just like there's a section where it's just a. Oh God, I'm getting my boots on. There's a spot where it's just a bunch of trampolines. Off in the corner. So I was like, doing my thing, doing my high kicks, and then I come down and my foot just right on the mat where it's
there's no bounce?
Yeah. So my ankle just completely stopped, and oh man, I was like, damn.
Did you have to get carried out?
Nah, I just brushed it off and played it off. But yeah, I was hurting for a good week. I think it was bruised or something, but I was fine.
I took my daughter there and her friend one time. I think it was for her birthday last year. and there was like nobody there. There was just her and her friend and like maybe like 5 or 6 other people there. I was like, I kind of want to go out there and just fuck around out there. But then,
I want to see. We should go. We should do that as a group thing.
and they'd be
It's a
like,
lot of shape. I bounce like 10 minutes and I'll be done.
yeah, I'd be like, look at those. I'd probably break one of those things.
Break the tramp.
Like, look at that fat guy.
I would
Ah.
love to see you do their little obstacle course.
For completely coincidentally, I happened to look up their policy, and yes, they do have a weight limit.
Do they?
Yeah, I was gonna
Do
say.
they really?
I was
What is
gonna
it, like
say like
350?
after.
Because otherwise, I'd have gone with my nephews one time. So.
After I went, there would be for sure the posted weight limit. Make everybody step on a scale before they get in there.
Because there are things that aren't just a trampoline that you can still do. You know, so it seems like.
Yeah, like
I was
stand and
trying
watch.
to do that.
Yeah, for
I was trying to do
That's what I
that
would do.
slam dunk one on the rim. I didn't even get up there. Get up the trampoline. Didn't even do it, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I see some kids like go up there and like they'll do like 360s.
Yeah, it's so easy for them. I'm like, man, I could do that.
I know.
Couldn't even make it.
There's like the foam ball pit too, isn't there? Like
Yeah.
a foam.
Yeah.
Well, not
pit?
a foam ball
It's a
pit, but
flip.
yeah, a foam pit.
you can you can flip it and all that.
I always wonder like if you were to like hide in that at the end of the night, if they'd know. Like if you got all the way down to the
You
bottom.
would have to be completely still. I wonder if they clean it out though, because a lot of kids like lose socks or like lose something in there.
Yeah.
I'd help some lady out over there.
Really?
Like an older lady, and like her son, who was a toddler, was in there, and he must have just dove off it. And so like she must have been nervous, and like went down there and got him, and she got stuck. And then I was like struggling, like watching her, because like my son was waiting to jump, and so I was like, oh man, she's taking forever. I was like, do you want help? But like, you know, it seemed like she didn't want help. So then I just reached down, and I pulled her up. She's like, thank you so much. And then she like lost her sock, and then the other lady's like, there it is. So then I jumped back down there and grabbed her sock for her. I was just like,
Really
oh my god.
Did a flip in.
She's like, I can't believe you just got out there so easily. And I was like,
Awesome.
oh.
Yeah.
I didn't
It's
know.
fun
her.
though.
Pretty brave for bringing up her absence.
I know. Fuck. We were all worried. We were like, damn. All right. We had the group chat, and I was like, holy shit. Chill out.
Got carried away.
I was like, I'm not bringing up nothing no more. I'm not saying nothing.
So
Yeah.
half the time I'm joking, half the time I'm not. So.
Yeah.
But I was Friday halftime. You wasn't.
Yeah. Just half that sentence.
So I had to do like the Homer Simpson, just like back into the bushes, and I'm like, I'm out of here.
He sends me those all the time.
I'm fading out.
Yeah. So into the Women's March here in Sioux Falls, and wasn't really much of a Women's March.
Oh, that was on Saturday, right?
Yeah,
But
this Saturday. It was too cold out, they
Oh,
said. And
yeah.
so, yeah. So they just had it inside the Holiday Inn downtown, which was nice. And they had a lot of speakers.
Marched around the lobby.
No, they basically just had speakers go up on a podium, and then they had vendors around the sides of the room.
That's cool.
I missed like part of it, but there was the new director of the Native Center at USD. She came and spoke for the Native, to represent the Natives, and she did a really good talk. And then one of my coworkers talked, and I missed her talk. But yeah.
Was there a lot of people there?
I would say about 200-ish. So not as big as it's been when they actually have like a real march. And I know Rapid, they had like their jingle dress dancers that led theirs, but
cool.
I didn't see no other coverage, so I don't know how theirs turned
I
out.
always feel weird, like, because I remember seeing that last year, and then I was like, oh, I should have went to that. And then I seen it again this year, and I was like, I should go to that again. But then I was like, yeah, I'm a guy though. I don't know.
Guys go to them.
I know, but I would feel weird, like being like,
The only guy there.
yeah, be like,
You wouldn't be if it was like the first year, you wouldn't be the only one there, because I was there videoing it, and I live streamed a big chunk of it.
oh yeah, all right.
Yeah, I've gone to it. I think every year they've had it. This is their third one, I think.
I've never even heard of it. What is it about?
Yeah, they don't
Yes.
advertise it well at all, because a lot of people I know didn't even know about it. And so basically, like why I have always gone is just basically to represent like Native women and children and things like that, because not a lot of people know about them, you know. So I try to get people with me to go as a group.
So it's not like a strictly Native thing.
No. It is
Okay.
Rapid. Theirs is heavily. I think they're heavily included in the planning and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The Native women there. I'm not for sure, but I'm guessing that's the case there. And I know last minute they were trying to get a Native speaker, but it was very last minute. It was just like 3 weeks ago or something that they reached out and asked, like, hey, do you know anybody? And like someone asked me to speak, and I was just like, I don't feel like I'm the right person to like speak on that level. And so but yeah, it's just for like different women issues. So a lot of people, you know, obviously like pro-life, pro-choice is like a huge thing, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, a lot of women like think it's their right to be able to choose, and you know, and so a lot of women are pro-choice that go to them. And not all, I can't, you know, say that, but
There's really people that go to that aren't pro-choice.
maybe, I don't know though. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
maybe they are, and they just don't.
Huh.
But you definitely know the ones who are, because they're very, very
Yeah.
active. And then Planned Parenthood, they are always there. Organizations like that. So there's a lot of different issues that kind of come up and that people speak on, and so kind of everyone has their own agenda, of course. So it just kind of depends on who's speaking.
That one probably took up most of the whole meeting because that's kind of a big topic, you know.
Yeah.
Pro-choice is.
Yeah, and so when people go up there and speak, a lot of them are just like make it super like powerful, and one lady, she kind of shed a light on like how she was the only brown girl growing up, and she said she went to school in Yankton and went to Marty, and like she went to like some wedding, and like the family there, they weren't used to seeing colored people and stuff like that, and she's like, well, I'm still friends with their family to this day, so I'm not going away, you know. So just kind of speaking on their life experience, I think, is overall kind of the concept. And you know, everyone comes from different walks of life, so it's very broad. I think they leave it up. They obviously know what they're looking at when they're trying to reach out to speakers, because they usually know who those speakers are.
Yeah.
I know Jennifer White spoke at the very first one.
Oh, cool.
And that I think they stood up on a van, or I don't think she did, but the person after her like went and got on the van so people could see her, because it was
Really?
on
Like a megaphone?
Yeah.
I always wanted to do that, stand in a van with a megaphone.
In the winter.
Yeah.
Slide right off.
I would slide off too. That'd be the end of
your
me.
next video, the whole thing standing on top of a van.
Yeah. Be awesome. Hell yeah.
Yeah, so, and then at these, I know Shaina kind of brings up some stuff like
Anti-women's march flyers?
yeah. So
What?
you see a lot of that, you know what I mean? So it's like,
Who the fuck's spending time
well, you know,
making flyers and like fuck women? And they're just like,
because people are
What?
against feminism or whatever. You know, a lot of people are.
who?
I don't know, guys. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. There's some women
Not
that
this
are.
guy.
Yeah. Some people just don't understand it, what it stands for, I think. But yeah, like same with the Native American Day Parade. I remember people saying like, hey, we might have protesters, like Native people even, like
Really?
protesting the Native American Day Parade.
Why?
Because there's people like that. I mean,
'Cause they
anytime
wanna-
you have
They want to hold us down.
I mean, like for anything, you know, for any event or whatever.
Yeah.
But just like if there's like a Trump rally, there'll be protesters protesting against people who are Trump. You know what I mean?
I could
That
understand
stuff.
protesting against a certain
Jesus
person,
Christ.
but
Yeah.
not like a whole fucking, you know, like a people or like a fucking gender.
Yeah.
It's weird.
And, yeah.
For real.
And that was like a huge big issue, and I was just like, oh god, that would be embarrassing. You know what I mean? To have our first Native American Day Parade and have protesters.
Well, so there was protesters though at the parade.
Was there?
No, that's what I meant.
Oh, I don't know. I
Oh.
didn't, not that I am aware of. I don't think we
Oh.
ran into any, but we were prepared to deal with it if it were to happen. And of course, there's like, you know, freedom of speech for everybody. So
I don't
I don't
get
know.
it. Like, who spends their time doing that? Like, I don't. Fucking weirdo.
Anti-natives.
yeah, anti-women people.
Yeah.
You gotta just be like, yeah, that's weird, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like how you're
It's
raised. I guess.
crazy. It's not even like trying to. It's literally like.
Oh yeah.
Grab America
you.
by the pussy again? What the
What
fuck?
is it? Oh, it does say that. Huh? Wow.
You know, that That would kind of be the shit if that was his slogan for the fucking.
And then, like, you know, that Me Too movement, people wonder why that's so huge. It's because, like, people like that exist. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's crazy. Like, who the fuck does that? It's
That's
weird.
insane.
I can't.
I don't know. And so this was like a really good topic. I think, I was interested in to get your guys' feedback. But this girl, she made a post and she's talking more like on the tribal level. Like people shouldn't be using tribal funds to go to larger marches like in DC.
Mm-hmm.
And like I can kind of see why. She's like that money can be going into the programming because a lot of those programs are suffering of shortage of money, you know, and funds. So I was like, yeah, I get that. But I was like, for me, I you know, we don't really have that issue here because we don't have, we don't have direct funds. If people want to go, they have to go use their own money or their work pays for it. But like for me, I go because like it's good to connect with other people. And as much as we love to think that everybody knows about Native issues, the truth is they still don't, even in Sioux Falls.
Yeah.
And so,
I mean,
you know what I mean? Like
a lot of other states don't even know Native Americans still exist.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously,
Yeah.
they think we died out. You know
exactly.
What I mean?
And so it's important to like if there's a platform for us to be present at those things. And so I think that's like a huge reason why I've always gone to them or
Yeah.
tried to be there.
Well, it's important to be there. I can certainly get the fucking point where, like, you shouldn't be using tribal funds to just go basically, like, I don't want to say on a vacation, but, like...
Yeah, and the sad part
on
is,
a
like, some
vacation.
people do, you know, but some people, and, you know, that's kind of history in those organizations, so...
Yep. Oh, shit, the Rams won.
Greg's over there celebrating.
Greg's fired up.
Probably eating another Indian taco.
Yeah.
Man, I want a taco.
You should have came with us. We just had some big
You
ass
see,
Indian tacos.
I thought you were at the Battle Burger.
I was, and then you said you wasn't gonna go, so I was like, well, fuck that then.
So we battle burgered it and then we Indian tacoed it.
Did you do both?
No.
Oh, I was like, that's selfish.
We did Indian taco it though.
But yeah, we did Indian tacos.
Yeah.
Yep.
We ate enough for a small
someone needs that
village.
taco cell because I'm too lazy to make some.
I'm hosting a Super Bowl party in 2 weeks, and I'm gonna have Indian tacos there.
And everybody's invited.
Yeah, everybody come on through.
You give them an address.
No, they have to know where I live. Fuck. But yeah, it's gonna be the shit.
Yeah, I'm excited. I love the food mostly.
You can't come then.
Yeah.
We already talked about
Like I'm strictly like going for food. So.
Yeah.
We had that discussion.
we
Serious football.
Yeah, it's like you have to be a real football fan to come because you can't just be talking about
know
the
what a
commercials.
first down is. At
Shut up! I know what a first down is. We should play game football then.
You got too serious.
You can't come unless you really know how to play.
I'd have to leave my own house. Like, all right.
Because after the football game, we're gonna have a real game out.
2-hand touch out in the back.
Flag though, just because it's gonna be icy and shit. You know?
That makes it better.
Yep. Fucking A.
All contact or nothing.
That real shit, huh? All right, I'm down with that.
So
yeah.
yeah.
So yesterday was a very controversial day. Mm-hmm. I suppose, like...
Technically Friday.
Yeah. For Native America with Nathan Phillips and the video going viral at the Indigenous Peoples March. Mm-hmm. Yesterday I was all gung-ho about that shit. I was like, oh, shit.
I ain't gonna lie, I was pissed.
Yeah. I was fucking fired up. I was like, God damn, look at this fucking bullshit. I don't know. I was really upset with it.
Yeah, I was too. I was about to, go warrior status on it.
I was already war painting up and fucking
ready to book your flight.
Yeah, seeing how much a lift was to fucking DC.
Well, they're not from DC, right? These kids are from Kentucky, right?
Yeah,
I think so.
Catholic school in Kentucky.
How far away is Kentucky from DC?
That's what I was trying to.
Seems like a.
I just like just so their school paid for them to go to DC for that pro-life walk.
Yep. A lot of Catholic schools send buses. Like the Diocese of Sioux Falls sent a bus full of people. I've been one of the little teeny boppers they've sent on buses out for
For what?
that rally. Yep.
Crazy.
The craziest shit to me is that they are wearing like the fucking Make America Great hats again.
All proud.
Yeah, like
So with that in general being said, do you think that's why the media or whoever felt like they became this person of bullying or
that was that threw gasoline on it.
Yeah, that's
If this was just some like kids that were goofing off standing in front of him, and they weren't just like completely decked out in Trump stuff, it would have a very different like play and context.
That hat certainly fucking.
I mean, it's a bold
takes it
statement
to a different.
because if you wear that, you stand for everything he stands for. Period.
I feel like I mean, that's
In my
like the
eyes.
new what is it like KKK hood or whatever. That's just like fucking. Basically openly stating that you're fucking racist, in my opinion, if you're fucking wearing that.
I know Trump supporters, and a lot of them don't wear those, you know, so... But then again, you see some of their posts, and you're like, holy shit, they're racist, man.
It's just crazy to me that, like kids would think that would be cool.
Yeah.
Because it's
like
so
high
not
school.
cool. Like,
high school to even have that.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just...
Yeah, I don't get young people that are into that. I'm just kind of like, what the
Yeah, it's just
Seriously?
weird.
Well, I kind of get it. If you're upper middle class white Protestant male guy, I mean, and it's just like, I guess I kind of see like go me, you know. But
Yeah.
like I'm just like I can't think of a group he hasn't pissed off, but yeah, that's a whole can of worms.
Yeah, it's just weird. Like, I don't understand. And that kid's got such a punchable face, too.
Oh my god.
It's just so smug.
And so then there's, of course, been people saying, like, oh, well, you know, the native man was in the wrong and stuff like that. And I'm just like, where? Where did you see that ever?
If he is, this is how I see it. Being from the other videos and stuff that I watched, I see him where he did. I feel like he walked up there. Now, he's not being aggressive. No, he's not. But he did walk up to this guy, the guy before him, and then walked up to this guy.
When you first watch the video,
He's just
it makes it
walking
seem like they surrounded him.
Yeah.
But they do.
But, I mean, he
Yeah,
sort of walks up
afterwards.
into the crowd,
Yeah.
though. Like, he walks into the middle of
they
the
were
crowd.
on the stairs the whole time, right? They circled around them later. You know what I mean? So, like, in the beginning, they were not all just around in a crowd like that. They were up on stairs, and he's walking back and forth. And he don't go directly up to that kid. He is walking back and forth. There's, like, several kids, this just happened at the end of it, that came up to him and just stood there. This is just the end of it, like, what's happening. I think.
See, I see it, the way I see it is the guy that he walks up to. I see him standing there, vibing out to it. Like he's not trying to be disrespectful and walk away. You know what I mean? So he's standing there listening to the guy.
Yeah, and I'm not like a lot of people have issues with that kid that's just standing there with the red hat, and for some reason I kind of don't.
They're all vibing out to him.
Yeah.
Man, that guy has the best, totally off topic, best mustache ever.
I was thinking the same thing, yeah.
And so I know him, and his name's Marcus, and he's on my Facebook. I don't know him personally, but we've met like over Facebook and stuff throughout the years, and he's one of the guys that was at Standing Rock like long term, and he was too, the elder guy as well.
Yeah.
But I agree with what you're saying though. Like they don't know how to react, and who does that is non-native? Like how they don't know how to react.
Yeah. Exactly.
But I do believe it is a sense of mockery for some of the students. Some of them are just.
So
standing
you can see
there.
they're starting to vibe. You see it right now. Well, look, they're vibing, dude. That's all they're doing. They're not being disrespectful. They're like, okay.
I think
they're hyped.
Some were and some weren't. You know what I mean? And like, I think for the most part, like before this, there's like a group of like Muslim men, like 5 of them, and they had been standing there all day where this is happening at, and they're like screaming and hollering.
Yeah, they were really like instigating. The when I first saw this video, the thing that like shocked me the most was that there was a black kid in there. I was like, wait, there's a black kid in there like talking shit too?
Yeah,
like,
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Like,
he goes to the Catholic school.
yeah, it was just surprising that like, well, shouldn't this guy like know that like, you know, that mocking fucking
natives?
Yeah, or just any other race.
No,
I mean, I would
natives,
feel like
no.
you know, I'm totally spacing the word, and I want to say immigrants, and that's totally not the right word.
Yeah.
But minorities. Like, I mean, I would think that, you know, but anyway.
See,
But
like
Marcus made a post, and what he's saying is like, he's like, we didn't go there to like start problems. He said we seen these two issues like going back and forth, and it was escalating. And like knowing him from my Facebook post, like he works with youth. He does the prayer like on a daily. He goes to NEPI on a daily. That's his life. Like prayer is his life, and like I totally respect that. And so they did what they knew to do. And that elderly guy Nate, Nate Niz gave him a nickname. Nathan. He came out and was like, I did feel uncomfortable doing it. He's like, but I see no one else was doing anything about it to de-escalate the
that's
situation.
What I mentioned that earlier. I felt he went to de-escalate the issue because
and he
the
did.
other
He
guys
totally
that
did.
they were standing there saying all the racist stuff to the kids.
Mm-hmm.
He went in, I felt he went in between to de-escalate it.
Yeah.
Now, when he walked up to the kid, like I said, he's not provoking none. Neither did the kid provoking none. They're both kind of just there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's really talking about like those black guys. It feels like those black guys sort of instigated the whole fucking shit.
Because they have like an hour and a half long videoing, and they're there like, you know, this happens about 1:20 on the video. So it's like the end of this guy's video, this happens. But before that, they're like screaming at people. They're like calling those white guys, or those white kids, crackers, and telling them
they was antagonizing
that they're
the whole time.
They're like, that guy's like, I gotta go take a shit, one of the kids say, and then he's like, well, go do that, but before you do that, go shoot up a school. And like just saying like blatant stuff like that.
Yeah.
So these kids are probably already riled up and already have that level of energy. You know what I mean?
And then so Nathan walks up there trying to de-escalate the situation.
And this video just catching the end of what's happening.
So it's out of really like out of context.
It is.
So
it's not how media's portraying it. I mean, media's portraying
I think the words that they're using are very strong words, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, why don't they interview these guys and like get their story before they just blast?
That's what I was looking for yesterday, and even this morning, was like the kids' point of view. I wanted to see if anybody talked to the kids. Yeah. And I couldn't find anything like where they were like talking about stuff.
Because you know they're on like their things are in jeopardy or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're going to that school because they can get expelled, and so I'm sure like they're probably not trying to speak with anyone.
I would definitely, if whoever's listening, if they want to message, you know, I want to hear the comments. I want to hear some comments of how other people feel about it, though. Seriously, maybe there's more to it. I don't know.
Yeah, and I agree with that. That's what I seen from the video clips too. Is that those men that had been standing there, they were saying stuff towards Native people as well.
Oh, they was.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And then in that video, you could see like the students start to calm down.
Yeah.
They do. They stop chanting and they are listening to this prayer song. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So what their intentions and their goodwill to go over there and do that is exactly what was done. You could see there was two white men. It looks like they must have been teachers or something for this group of kids. They were standing there, but they never once like said anything. They kept telling those students to get back. They're like, get back, get back. And then eventually they disappear out of like that line right there. And so I was just like, I don't get that either. Like, you think there'd be more chaperones on a long journey like that?
Yeah, like who was the staff members that are letting like those black guys just talk shit to those kids like that too for so long?
Because I mean, period, as a parent, you don't want people talking to your kids like that.
Yeah, I was wondering that. I actually was talking on the phone this afternoon with my sister because, you know, we were Catholic kids growing up who got put on those buses and went to those rallies like that. And we're just kind of like, we couldn't go to the bathroom without a chaperone just being like, okay, back to the bus and stuff like that. I'm just like, where are the chaperones? But
yeah, because DC is a big place, a lot of tourists always, and then on top of that, there's rallies going on all over the place.
It's kind of a big deal.
Yeah. It just doesn't make sense to me that there wasn't parents involved or more teachers.
It's really crazy, like how like when I first saw the story to like 24 hours ago or however 30 hours ago, whenever like it's to first start breaking out, to like now, like the difference in like the narrative or whatever. Just getting more perspective on the whole situation. Because yesterday I was like, man, fuck these people. Like I was getting all like fucking pissed off about
That's
it.
what's crazy. It's easy to be like that.
Yeah, it's crazy to see how media twists things into, because that makes a better story where like, you know, these kids are harassing this old Native man than like, you know, otherwise it wouldn't even really be a story.
Yeah. And he wasn't alone. Like he had Marcus by him, kind of on the side, and I think there might have been one other guy. So I think there was like 3 of them, I believe, drumming and singing. So it wasn't just the elderly man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there was a lot of jumping to conclusions and just it fit with the story everyone wrote in their head as soon as they saw just a still photo of the kid in the Trump hat right up on the got the elder with the prayer drum, and I'm just like, so like there's so much more context before and after, but that shot is like iconic. It's like you couldn't, it's like my sister, you couldn't have engineered like a better incident.
And the fact that he's wearing the fucking MAGA hat too. Like if he wasn't wearing that hat,
that's like part of the almost calculation of it.
My timeline has been full of that the video and stuff like that, like, but everybody being Native, because that's most on my timeline is everybody is they're bashing that without hearing the full story, they automatically think, okay, racist, fuck this, fuck them, that's all I'm hearing. If I was there, I'd beat his ass. But there's
a lot of people don't want to dig any deeper into the actual story. They just
don't know
see the fucking
what's really going on.
I think there's a lot of perspective, like watching all the videos and it coming together. And then like there was a chant that they were doing, which I think offended a lot of people. Also, is that before this, the Native people were even involved, they were doing one of those New Zealand chants, like one of their traditional chants. They're like, what is it called? Haika?
Maori warrior chant. Is that like what you?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're talking New Zealand, that's Maoris. Yeah.
So then it's like these kids need a lot of education because you're doing a traditional dance of some people that these people are alive. They're not the freaking.
Yeah, sorry for the audio. So yeah, once again.
Shit that Jason Momoa was doing though, maybe they're just mimicking that. I mean,
and that's the thing. If that's all it is, then it's like, where's the education at, man? Like, period. And that's what goes back to like the way history is taught, like in Catholic schools, the way it's taught even in public schools. Like, you know what I mean? Like. I don't know.
I'd like to give them the benefit of the doubt and that they're just being ignorant and don't know any better, and especially being that like
aren't these smart kids? They came for a rally.
I don't know. I mean, we send a lot of dumb kids to rallies, so I mean,
true.
I was one of those dumb kids. Believe me, they're not smart.
Like I said, I was very heated at the beginning of all this.
But that like whatever that thing is, like Jason Momoa has just been doing like touring, doing the Aquaman like movie premieres or whatever, and he does that shit at like all of them. So I mean, it's kind of out there in the press right now. So maybe they're just, I don't know, maybe they're fucking mimicking that. I mean, I don't fucking know, but like,
well, there's a lot of like sports teams and stuff like that. Like, it always throws me when you see the mostly white New Zealand soccer team. They do a Maori war dance before they like play and stuff. And it's exactly that, It's,
maybe it's the new in thing.
Yeah,
of
something.
Course.
Something. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah. It's an interesting situation. It's weird to. It's just interesting study on like just how media twists things and tries to and how they can twist things. You know, they can twist things into, you know, whatever perspective they needed to fit. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Either way, it's in history books now.
Yeah.
It's there.
And of course, everyone's like looking at this and going to use this as an opportunity to hopefully, like, talk with their students or whatever it might be. You know.
Yeah, at least maybe something positive comes out of that.
Mm-hmm. That's how it always works, though. Something messed up has to happen in order for people to be like, "Oh, wait."
Yeah.
That dude's in that Skrillex video too.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that. That was crazy.
I saw that too. Yeah.
Yeah, because we highlighted that video, right? Like, the first
yeah.
time we had him on.
Yeah.
I don't know when that was, though. So I was like, he looks so familiar, but I don't know from what.
That was crazy. I saw that video before, too.
Yeah.
I didn't put two and two together until you posted it again.
Yeah.
I was like, ah.
I just like how it's called Make 'em bun then or something like that.
Make them bun.
I bet you that video is getting a lot of hype.
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
for sure. For sure. I wonder if Skrillex put anything out like supporting him or anything like that. Just like a statement or a post or something like
Probably
that.
not. Skrillex, you better.
I mean, I would think they'd probably want to just capitalize on it too. Just like, hey, this is, you know, trending right now. Let's
Yeah.
put something out to get our little
Nike
name out
should
there.
make a shoe.
Something.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. It's fucking crazy. I don't know.
You do know. I was like listening, so obviously I was on the last podcast. We all know that now. But I was like
I'm not saying
listening, right?
anything.
I was at work listening, and I'm like, this guy says, I don't know.
I
When
noticed-
he knows
I
all
noticed-
the time.
I noticed
like,
that
thank
too.
you.
Yeah, when the
So, like,
silence.
I don't know. No.
I noticed that too when I listened to the last episode too. I was like, fuck, I say I don't know a lot.
And fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And fuck.
Yeah.
No,
I
fuck.
do say fuck a lot.
He got me into cussing more ever since the podcast.
Fuck.
I went from like 0 cussing to like.
Yeah,
about
right.
20.
You taught me how to cuss.
What was that one say?
It's crazy. It's really interesting to the listener when we're just reading things off the fucking.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Great radio.
Trying to be
Yeah.
engaging.
Yeah.
But not being engaged.
Yeah. I don't
That's
know.
my mom.
Oh, I need to stop saying that. Now I'm gonna be self-conscious every time I hear it.
Oh, no.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know, guys. I don't know.
Shit, now we're all mirroring.
Yeah. It's the worst.
I don't know.
Yeah,
God!
So back to these Indian tacos.
Yeah. We had
Yeah.
fucking the bomb Indian tacos.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I never got to wrap up my year.
Let's hear it.
Let's
How
see-
was your
oh,
2018?
yeah, let's hear it.
I know I was going to bring a bottle of champagne and then all
We
this
did.
happened. So I was like, I better not go in there drinking. Just kidding.
Yeah. Just missing out.
Oh, it's-
Yeah. I don't know.
before you continue or go, Gabe
Yeah, I have
fucked
to
up
let
his
up.
resolution already.
Oh yeah.
Did you drink?
Yeah. I had a beer last night, and then I just now had like 4 beers. So
Oh, so
Was it
you
like-
came buzzed up.
Was it like Barney from The Simpsons, where it's just like he has like one little sip of champagne and just like totally goes fucking crazy?
Yeah.
He's like, I don't understand, it's not alcoholic champagne.
yeah. No, last night my homegirl hit me up, and then she was like, "I'm down at Tommy Jack's. Come down." And I was like, "All right, cool." So I went down there.
That's when we know it goes wrong. When it
Well-
comes off like that.
Yeah.
I
That was your first mistake.
I didn't buy a beer. I was like, "No, I'm just gonna have a Coke." And then they were like fucking what do you call it? Like peer pressuring.
Mm-hmm.
And they bought me a beer. So I was like, well, I don't want to be rude. So like I had 1 beer last night, and then when we just went and had these Indian tacos, the homegirl that was there was like, "You want a beer with that?" And I was like, "Yeah, fuck it."
Just that easy.
Yeah. Like I said, I can actively not buy one or not, partake. But once it's offered, I don't want to be rude. So I mean, I gotta.
So what was your resolution for this year?
Get skinny
Oh yeah, that's right.
because I'm super fat now. Look at that. I see it on that screen. Look at right here.
I I know that the screen's horrible. It's like, oh my god.
You should get a camera that makes my stomach skinny.
Oh my god.
If I had one of those, I'd be pointed right here. I was actually in a video conference at work, and I was like sitting at the very edge of the room, and it cut me in half, and I was like, oh, this is my favorite seat for video conferences. And the whole table laughing, because I was like, it took 100 pounds off.
Yeah, I was tripping out on this mirror at my gym because I walked by it, and I was like, my legs look really skinny. And I walked back. I was like, oh, it's one of those little trick mirrors. It's like,
They put that in the gym?
It's a circus.
yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's like what it's made out of.
That
or
seems
what.
sadistic.
I was saying
this
that.
deceptive
Yeah,
mirrors. And
I'm gonna record it. I'm gonna do like a recording and show you guys.
Wow,
It's
yeah.
so
This sounds
trippy.
like a supervillain thing to do.
So like
Yeah.
every once in a while, like when I'm at my friend's house or something, like I'll check their mirrors and like every once in a while I'll see mirrors like that. It's just like I don't know, maybe they're just made out of something different. I don't know, but
So what is yours?
Yeah.
I don't know. Every year I have one, but this year I was just like I don't know. Yeah,
It's gonna wing it, huh?
Yeah, I'm just gonna wing this year, 2019.
I made it.
2019.
I know.
I made it 19 days into the year, so that was a solid.
Hey, that's better than you've been for like the last year.
Yeah.
Wait, when did you get off?
No, it's been over. It's been almost 2 years now.
Has it?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. But Yeah.
It went by quick if that was 2 years.
yeah, at least it's been like a year and a half. So. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just been
I
drinking
don't
for a year and a half.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It's fucking crazy. 19 days though.
That's good.
Yeah, you went hard though. You know,
I swear I was just like, please don't invite me to nothing, no birthday parties. I'm like so birthday partied out of it, so everything out of it.
don't get that. That means your birthday party next month. Then
No, just gotta go.
No, I might do something for Valentine's Day.
what is it? February 22nd.
The show? Oh yeah, 22nd.
February 22nd.
that your
You
birthday?
guys beat
No,
her.
Oh,
my
Big
birthday's
bar.
the 25th. 25th.
I turned 30 this year.
Do you?
You're so
Wait,
old.
you just turned 30?
No, I will be turning 30.
In like 8 months. It's like not even
Like
close.
6 months.
Oh, okay. All right.
Wait,
I
how
can't.
old are
I can't.
Am I the oldest person? Son of a bitch.
I
No.
can't wait till. I can't wait till
I'm
I
the
turn
oldest
30.
person.
Shit.
Out of my siblings, like I have an older brother who's 6 years older than me. And my
Oh, Nate's the oldest person.
Yeah.
I'm 29. No, I'm 40.
Yeah, I'll be 40 next month.
Oh, we're 30, 40.
Now I don't feel so
big
bad.
birthday.
I'm sorry for saying that out loud.
How old are you? 30.
36.
Okay.
I think I get to be 36 this year. It's complicated because I spent an entire year telling everyone that I was 36 years old because I'm bad at math. And so I went to have my birthday this year. It's like, so 37. Then wait, no, 36. Shit.
Yeah, after 30, it
Like,
doesn't even matter.
uninformed.
It doesn't even really matter. It's just like, whatever.
That's what you say, but I like birthdays, so.
I mean, I like having parties for
I mean, you
birthdays.
can still have birthdays.
Yeah.
So, shoot, I was just going to talk about something, but I can't.
Oh.
Aww.
So, I always say I want to go places, and then I'm like, no, I'm not. And so,
You should-
this guy totally betted against me to someone else, saying I wouldn't go on this trip.
We shouldn't even get into that.
Yeah.
We should
I'm just saying.
talk about other shit.
Oh.
Basically, I wanted to go somewhere for my 30th birthday.
Yeah, well, you can. We can
I might just go to Colorado.
test it out.
Keep it simple.
Yeah, do
The drive sucks.
Just go to Chuck E. Cheese.
yeah.
There
Like,
you go.
yo, they sell beer at Chuck E. Cheese.
Do they?
No,
Yeah,
they
they
don't.
do.
Do they?
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, actually, like, yeah. I feel like we talked about this before.
yeah. You can go
No,
get
they-
fucked up
for
at
real?
Chuck E. Cheese. You would think, like,
Wow.
why would they serve beer at Chuck E. Cheese?
Yeah, right.
Like, who's going there to?
So it's a bar
Yeah,
now.
it's-
It's
yeah.
a bar.
And like, who's the parents that are gonna be
White
like
parents.
drinking
Just kidding.
at fucking Chuck E. Cheese?
Right.
I've
Yo,
never
give me-
seen anyone drink.
Let me get a pizza and a pitcher of fucking beer.
Yeah.
I'll take a couple shots.
Give me some Paps.
I suppose they do it to compete too with like Dave and Buster's and places like that that are like basically a Chuck E. Cheese with drinking.
Yeah,
but
But
those
that's
are
for
That's like
adults.
adults. Like Chuck E.
Kids
Cheese
can't
is
even
for
go
kids.
in. They must, can they?
shit.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah, they
Can
can.
they?
Yeah.
Yeah, as someone who's had to like wait in line for the fucking skee ball with a beer in his hand, and a 9-year-old, yes, kids can be in there.
Yeah.
That's like false advertisement then. Because like on their commercials, aren't they all like adult
It's-
fun or something like that?
It is, but it's like 7 p.m. on like weekdays, and then the kids can be in there till like 10 p.m. on weekends, and
That's
it's-
pretty late.
Well, kids can
Yeah.
be in Hooters,
This
yeah,
is true.
but Hooters, the food is like.
but we all know what Hooters means, so
But it's not like they're naked in Hooters, though.
Yeah.
True.
I mean,
they're not naked in Dave and Buster's either.
That's the only reason I go there.
Could someone who's not naked prepare my food?
Yeah.
Please.
Right. Used to wash your hands.
And
that's- yeah. That's why I always hear about like strip clubs that have like buffets in them.
Huh?
Like, yeah,
I
yeah.
never heard of it.
Rick's Cabaret, Minneapolis. Oh
Yeah.
yes.
Oh yeah,
I went to a strip club in Minneapolis that had fucking free hot dogs.
free
It
wiener.
was like a hot dog bar.
I say that's gross, but I would be there totally.
Oh, I was.
Hot dog.
Yeah. I was like, fuck yeah. We went there. I can't even remember who I went there with. But.
They do a lunch, like Rick's Cabaret in Minneapolis will do a lunch buffet, and I used to work right by there.
Yeah.
And so our joke was that one of these days we were all the guys, we were just going to go to Rick's Cabaret for lunch buffet from work.
Yeah.
But we were all just kind of like the sweet little old lady, Mona, that worked the front desk. We were all afraid of like having to explain why we came back from lunch with body glitter.
Why are your cheeks so glittery?
That's not a great idea.
What's that lipstick on your ear?
It was a hell of a lunch.
Yeah. Damn it. Now that's really bothering me. I know I went to a strip club in Minneapolis with a fucking.
If it had food, it was probably Rick's Cabaret.
Yeah, but I'm trying to remember who I went there with. I'm like, why was I there? I don't know. It'll be a mystery. But another thing you missed out on was
Besides for strip club buffet.
yeah, strip club buffets was our new segment, the Resiest
Oh yeah,
shit
yeah, I seen that.
of the week.
I have
We need some
nothing.
theme
I
music
take
or
all
something
my
for that.
family on the res. Got nothing.
Dang,
Must
you even
be-
went to the res and still don't have a story?
Nothing you ever heard of. I mean, it doesn't even have to be Resi shit. I mean, like native shit. Like I got this story that I'm gonna tell today that
I got
has
another
nothing to
one.
do with
Gosh,
natives.
Rapid City people have to have stories. Just kidding.
Oh, that's
Here we
fucked
go.
up.
Weren't you just in Rapid? They're probably telling stories about you.
December.
This chick. She came up.
I went to meet up with some people I knew, and then we went to like this little Irish pub place. It was cute. Got food and drinks and stuff like that. But then I went over to this other place. It's like a really nice restaurant during the day, but I guess on weekends and stuff it turns into a little nightclub.
Yeah.
There's people wasted everywhere. All mostly white people, but there's a lot of natives because of LNI too.
Yeah.
And they're just like sweaty. I don't know if it was sweat or if it was alcohol. I couldn't tell. I was like, holy crap. I was like, I'm way too sober for this. I just walked right back out.
I gotta get out of here.
I
Yeah.
can't remember what it was called. It's right on the corner.
Is it Murphy's? Is that?
No,
is
that's
it like
where
across from Teddy's or whatever.
that's where I went
Oh.
to eat. But this place was like down the block, going the other direction.
Oh.
Yeah,
Like this?
right on the corner.
Just down the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Huh.
yeah. I don't know.
I haven't partied
can't
in
think of
Rapid in a
anything.
long
Did
time.
you guys have some or what?
Some what?
Resi stories.
Oh, I got a Resi story. Yeah.
You?
Yeah.
Something about panties sagging
Yeah,
in the back.
that
or-
happened. He told me about it like 2 days after it happened. I
Yeah.
was like,
It was. That yeah. That shit was crazy. But I got a story and
New one?
yeah. This is from because I'm gonna try to come with one every week, whether it's mine or not. Like some people can
Yeah.
fucking. But I want to talk about some crazy shit. Just
Oh, I
'Cause
gotta
it's
hear
funny.
this. This is gonna be a good
Gather
one.
round, children.
yeah.
make lists for stories. He's not,
Yeah.
he's not
Yeah, like,
prepared.
I feel like that's part of my mystique.
Tell us a story.
Is I need to have like people know me for crazy stories, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
fucking tell a fucking.
You have seriously. I'm like, how does that? What were you doing? Yeah.
Why are
This-
you in that situation?
So this story doesn't involve me, but It's just people I know.
Let's
all right.
make that clear.
This is your friend Gabriel.
Yeah.
Day barrier.
Yeah. This story doesn't involve me. It just involves people I know.
A friend of yours.
Yes. people I work with. I'm not going to mention where I work at. If you know where I work at, that's cool, but I'm not mentioning the name of it. And
He works at Romantics.
No, Benson.
So this fucking girl that I know, she's always talking to this dude, and this dude's like a super creeper at work or whatever. He's like always trying to like holler at all the different chicks or whatever. Everybody just knows he's a fucking creep, right? But this girl I know is always like, she'll flirt with him because he'll buy her lunch and like all this other shit. And I'm always like, she'll always tell me some creeper ass shit from him. I'm like, why do you put up with that? It's like, well, then I wouldn't get free lunch. And I was like, well, I mean, you can't even really complain too much if fucking, if you're allowing that situation to happen. And then,
Can't blame the pimp, you know?
yeah. So fucking, her sister also works there. And then creeper start talking to her sister too. And like saying, just flirting. And we have like an in-house like messenger too. So like we can talk to each other on Messenger and stuff, and so he's flirting with her on Messenger and stuff like that, and he's gotten in trouble for like using like work shit to like.
I was gonna say he doesn't realize there's now a digital record of everything.
Yeah, he's gotten in trouble for it. But anyways, so Creeper is like talking to Homegirl's sister, and sends her a video of him jerking it in the car. Like,
are you serious?
Wow. In the car from like the parking lot, I guess. I don't know. But then like so she was telling me about this and I'm like, what the fuck? Who does that?
Right?
Who does that?
Man.
Who's fucking sending like a coworker? Like it's the worst. It's just
Wait, so who caught him doing this?
nobody caught him.
Oh.
Like he just willingly sent a video of himself jerking it in the car to my homegirl's sister, who also works at our job. And I was like, well, wait, where did this like video, how did this video happen? Did she instigate this video, or like how he just sent it out of the blue? Mm-hmm. And apparently he just sent it out of the blue, which
wow.
I'm just like, how the fuck?
I don't believe that.
Yeah, I don't believe it either, really, to be honest.
I don't know. I know some girls who say like guys send like dick pics
Yeah.
of themselves.
Who are you talking to? Hold on.
They'll be like, guys just randomly send me like. I'm like, I've never had any crazy shit like ever get.
Who opens with that too? Like you'll always see people post messages like, hey, what's up? And then there'll be a dick pic, and we're like, that's your opening line?
Yeah, that's weird, but that happens to people.
On my timeline, I see it all the time. Like, girls are always talking about, guys, it's not cool to be sitting.
Yeah.
I see that on my timeline all the time. I'm like, who the fuck does that?
Right.
Is that a thing?
That's so creepy. It must be like a weird generation of guys. I don't know.
Real, man.
It's the worst.
That's crazy. But what's up with guys sending nasty stuff to other guys? Mike told me that some guys, like he's friends with some whatever, like will send him stuff.
Like porn videos?
Yeah.
Oh, that happens.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
that happens.
what?
Oh,
You know,
it's
like,
just silly
Yeah,
shit.
Robert's like,
Yeah.
that's so weird. Like, why?
Like titty shots and shit.
Yeah, or like...
Why is that weird?
I get all kinds of
That's
fucking shit.
weird. I don't care.
I have
what
like a
you guys
few
say.
people that I send it to and that I get it from, but I always have to have almost all my messengers are like muted, so like I can't just like get it. I have to be ready for it. Like,
Oh my god! I can't even. That's so weird. That's weird. You think that's okay?
I have to know what I'm getting into. So like, all right, I guess I'll look at these. Fuck, and then
There's like a frequency of people where that's like okay to do over Messenger or text message.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, in my world, that is like totally alien, but every once in a while, I'll like friend one of my brother's friends on Facebook.
Yeah.
And immediately I'll start getting shit like that by Messenger, and I'm just like, I gotta shut that up.
like they'll say it's Bros Day. Spread this one around.
Yeah,
and be
yeah.
A girl with titties, you know.
That's so weird. Dude.
Yeah.
remember like I don't know if you remember, like this is like back in, I want to say like the early 2000s, whenever cell phones just became a thing, and people just start sending people porn, like, you know, like porno images or whatever, and all of a sudden it was just like acceptable to just start throwing porn everywhere. It's like, what the fuck? Like, when did that start? Like, the most disgusting images you could fucking think of, too.
I don't know. I just don't get it.
It's technically a really old thing. I mean, like...
Yeah.
Like Pompeii, they were just talking about how they just uncovered, like, a whole bunch of new frescoes of, like, sex acts and stuff like that inside of people's houses back then. And, like, Roman graffiti is legendary for just being nothing but, fuck this bitch, you know.
Yeah.
Are you
Talking about
serious?
people oh, yeah.
Wow.
The Romans were one of the most literate societies in history, and, like, 95% of all their writing is, that we have is, like, graffiti that's all, like, complaining about a sexual partner, or, you know, saying things like that so-and-so's got a giant cock, or, so, you know, something like that. Just, like, scraped in the middle of a street. It's just, like, which was, you know, great for those early Christians who were wandering around those ruins. They're just like, I don't understand that, and I wonder what that says.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
Now it's in a museum
Look at all,
somewhere.
look at
Yeah,
me,
and now it's in a
beautiful.
museum. Museums have these things called cabinets of curiosity, and they're from the Victorian era. And it was because the Victorians, they didn't think, like, the educated ones who actually knew what this was and knew how prolific it was and could speak Latin would store this away in back rooms and cabinets at museums. So you'd have, like, big statues of Roman gods with giant phalluses and also all the, like, I mean, Romans did crazy shit with sex stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the Victorians just, like, didn't know what to do with this. So they created this whole category museum called a cabinet of curiosity, or a secret cabinet.
Yeah.
Where they stored all this stuff. And it's like, in the Victorian era, it was just like, you'd need, like, a special letter from, like, the king or something like that to, like, get a tour of it to see what was actually in there.
Nice.
I don't know.
Creeps, man.
So-
There's always going to be
Well,
creeps.
that's creepy, dude. Sending each other porn. That's creepy. And then you
don't
wonder
know.
why, like, this dude sends pictures like that. Like, he's like, oh, this is okay.
I don't know. There's a difference between, like, sending, like, somebody some funny porn versus, like...
Sending your dick.
Yeah, that's, like, super aggressive. Like,
Yeah.
especially, like...
Well, yeah.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
why
There's
the fuck
a-
would you want
But still, that's
why
like
would
an
you wanna
intro
push-
into getting like that. Just kidding.
I don't know. I don't know. It's fun. Like, most of the stuff, I'll get a lot of fucked up shit. Like,
That's what every
just-
guy says that I've heard. They like fucked up shit, but like
yeah,
don't get
I
it
got...
because
But I always gotta forward it on, too. Like, not always.
Like,
It's gotta be,
why,
like, really
though?
good. Because I got bros that I gotta fucking share it with and be like, yo, I had to see this. Now you have to
Now
see
you
this.
have to see it.
I just don't get it. Like, I don't know.
I don't know. One of the earliest thing, like when I was young, when I was going to college in Seattle, it was like the internet was like first becoming a fucking thing or whatever. And I remember waking up one day and my roommate had printed out a fucking picture of this girl like taking a dump on this dude's chest
Yeah.
and like put it on my alarm clock. And like, so like as soon as I woke up, like I went to go hit my alarm clock and saw that picture. I was like, oh no, it was like, that was like the first time I'd ever seen anything like that. And it just
I remember my
ruined
brother was getting
life.
caught like back when we just got internet, and I remember like we had it's just a really old school computer, you know, but it was like the first ones that
Green
ever-
green letters and all that.
Yeah, dude, no, not that one, but I remember like he got caught by my mom once, and he had to like shut like 5, 6 different things off.
Just hit the screen.
Just unplug it. So, like talking about stalkers and stuff like that. Have you guys watched the Netflix series You?
No, but I keep hearing about it.
What is it called?
I binge watched it. And
What is it
finished
called?
the whole thing. You?
Like YOU? Mm-hmm. Oh, I never even heard of it. It's good. What's it
Yeah,
about?
yeah, it was good. It was like it like gets you in the mind of like a stalker, you know. And,
Gee,
like
so you just fit it perfectly. You're like, I'm really relating a lot to this story.
That's why I like this.
That me. No, it's just like I don't know. It makes you think though, and yeah, I can't tell you guys too much if you're gonna plan to watch it. But
I probably won't.
when you
ever
watch
I probably
it,
won't.
you watch it.
I'm too poor for Netflix.
They did raise their prices.
They did raise their prices, the sons of
bastards.
bitches.
I can't afford a password, you know.
You
If
gotta,
anybody wants to donate to my Netflix,
Yeah, hit our
That'd be
Patreon.
much appreciated.
Send out your Netflix password.
We got
Yeah, send your
Netflix.
Netflix passwords to my Gmail.
I'll need your Wi-Fi too.
yeah,
Send a credit card number.
Yeah.
yeah, right.
Expiration date. Just on the back.
Yeah,
Bank account routing number. Whatever you got laying around.
yeah.
Man, I've been binge watching Game of Thrones. I'm so excited to almost be done with
into it ever.
I never did either, and I mean it's good. It's good. I like it, but
What's it even about?
just fucking. It's like Dungeons and Dragons meets like Lord of the Rings. It's
See, I love Lord of the Rings, but I feel like it's different than Lord of the Rings.
It's take a Lord of the Rings. Basically, you take a guy who's a fan of Lord of the Rings.
And then create a little.
And then have him throw a whole bunch of historical realism, like how brutal they were and like how commoners' lives were like worth absolutely nothing and how much they swore in real life and stuff like that, and mash those two together.
So you've watched it.
Oh yeah, my desk at work is covered in Game of Thrones figurines. So
there you go. I just now ended
Tyrion is the little guy up on that shelf up in the corner. Right next to the Terminator skull.
Oh,
That's Tyrion from Game of Thrones.
Oh, cool.
I just ended season 6. Tonight after the football game I'll start season 7. I should be able to knock it out tomorrow since we have the day off or whatever. And then I just can't wait to move on with the rest of my life.
You get the day off tomorrow?
Yeah.
Lucky.
Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah.
I took it off. PTO. I'm going to Winnebago.
Shit, I work at where I work. They go every day pretty much.
We
Sunday.
We get a few fucking days off here and there.
I don't never get the day off.
So yeah, but yeah, I just watched the Battle of the Bastards. That was fucking.
Oh my god, that's a good movie.
Man,
That's a movie.
I almost said a good movie.
Battle of the
Yeah.
Bastards.
It's the up until this most recent season, it was the most expensive battle ever filmed for a TV show ever, because they had so many extras and stuff like that, and the whole shield wall thing they did like perfectly. It's like that's how the Romans did it, man. Was those shield walls?
It's just like it's not a movie. So then
it's on HBO.
It's an HBO series. But the Battle of the Bastards, it's like how they structure the seasons tends to be the second. It's like 10 episodes in a season. The second to last episode of the season will be some like Braveheart or Lord of the Rings like epic scale battle, and they keep getting bigger and bigger. And the Battle of the Bastards was a really big one that was in the second to last season.
That's on Netflix too?
No,
or
HBO.
HBO.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
You said that twice.
yeah, it's good. It's good.
Oh, it's good.
I also binge watch Greenleaf. Kind of.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's good
I
too.
know nothing.
Your wife will probably like it.
Green leaf. Green leaf.
This is basically about like church life and how corrupt it is, I guess.
Oh yeah, shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
recommend it to her.
Yeah.
For real,
It's a good one. Greenleaf, like just Greenleaf. It's the name of their last name of the
Oh.
book. Yeah.
We should be having my homeboy Jon Roberts call in here pretty soon. He was the comedian that we played at the beginning of the show here, the streaming. I was just super happy that my name was in a stand-up special, so shout out to Jon for that. That's awesome.
Yeah, that was the fun part.
Yeah, I was like, hell yeah. But yeah, he should be calling pretty soon.
He's like, look, it's got cool names, and my name is Jon Roberts. I have to introduce my name is Jon Roberts.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It was good.
What's your last name? Oh, yeah, Foote. Huh?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I know.
Well, I know. You know.
What's your last name? What? Who are you again?
Right.
Char, who are you?
Did you say-
So I looked over, you're like, what the fuck? Like, did she just ask me that?
My like tiredness just
He's like,
swooped in.
where am I?
Where am I?
Where'd you guys take me?
Wake up. God, damn.
That name.
Yeah. Fuck. That's funny.
Yeah. So who are you guys going for?
Patriots.
I'm going for the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Not my squad, but I mean, my team's been out, so I mean.
One of my good friends, Angie, her dad's like a season ticket holder, and so she's there right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's my big brother's squad, so.
I know, I like secretly like them because that was my first NFL game ever that I went to. It was at the Chiefs Stadium, and my face was like red and yellow, my hair was red and yellow, and yeah, just like all decked out.
Damn.
Yeah, I had to miss Halloween. That's why I remember it so much. I was like 5th grade.
Huh. Really upset. I decided to wait. Oh.
Hello.
Hello?
Hey, what's up, man?
Not much, man. I'm just trying to settle down from all the coffee I drank today. I'm a new addict.
Hell yeah.
New coffee drinker.
Yeah. Yeah, have you not drank coffee before?
I just started about 6 months ago, and I'm pretty bad on it now, so
There you
sudden
go.
moves around me.
My husband just started drinking coffee too one day, just like in the last month.
Yeah.
What the hell?
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Weird.
turned into a coffee snob already. I'll only drink Tim Hortons.
Oh, we don't even have one of those around here.
Yeah, that's crazy. So yeah, we got Jon Roberts on the podcast here. John, if appreciate you calling in. If you can maybe give us a little background on you real quick.
Okay. First of all, I'm an enrolled member of the Red Lake Nation, Red Lake Ojibwe, full-blooded. I was actually born in Minneapolis, so I grew up the first 3 or 4 years of life in South Side Little Earth projects. Moved up here when I was 4, which was 1980-ish. Married, father of 12. But
It's a lot, man.
What?
Busy man.
explain that first.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm a foster parent, so I have 8 foster kids right now,
Oh,
and 4 biological kids.
I thought you was including the family pets and.
Yeah.
Oh, if you include the family pets, I'm a father of like 15, I think. So
Hell
I
yeah.
lost count.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm Red Lake Nation. Right now, I'm working as a child protection case manager at our Family and Children Services office. Pretty much a social worker. I've been doing that for about 3 years now. So I'm a stand-up comedian. Trying to be a big superstar here pretty soon, but it's not as easy as I thought it would be. You know, thought I should be my own special by now, but I guess that takes a lot of more work than I'm willing to put in. So.
Well, that's awesome. We showed a little bit of your work at the beginning of the show. What was that off of?
That was for excuse me. That was for the that Native American channel called FNX, that First Nations Experience. That's run by the I think the San Manuel band. They have their own channel out there, and I was invited by comedian podcaster Graham Elwood. I was recommended by my fellow Native comedians, and it might be the first ever Native American comedy series. I think they did 13 episodes, and I was the 9th episode. And I think I filmed that in March, so I went out to LA. Well, it was actually San Bernardino, California. I went out there, filmed that in March, and it aired in, I think it was May. Star Wars Day. May the 4th it came out, so that was pretty cool.
Nice.
And it was just, I think there was 4 other comedians with me there, and I think they had 4 comedians for every show, so that was like 40-some native. Well, they weren't all native comedians, but they had like Nikki Glazer was on one episode.
Oh, nice.
Jimmy Dore, and there was a couple more big name comedians they got on there. I was hoping for season 2, but I haven't heard anything yet, so I don't know. Maybe I'll just wait it out and wait for my movie to come out pretty soon. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna get there, man. I'm gonna get there.
Because you have a documentary, right, that you were working on?
Yes.
Tell.
Yeah, we started that in The idea of it came from a local filmmaker from my area. He approached me and other Ojibwe comedian Rob Fairbanks. He's the res reporter, and he wanted to do like similar to almost like a Kings of Comedy, but for natives. But what we did was we traveled all through. We went out west and met with as many native comedians as we could, and just got their stories and like what got them into comedy, and why humor is important to native communities. And I think we interviewed like maybe 10 to 15 comedians. Started out in North Dakota, Montana, Idaho, Washington, California, and just made our way. I think it was west, and came back through Texas to come home, and we visited people like Tanya Jo Hall and Vaughn EagleBear, Casey Nicholson, and Jim Ruel. Just whatever comedians were on their way out there. So, and the process has been pretty lengthy. I didn't know movies would take this long, because in June it'll be 4 years we started this, and it sounds like everything is just about the finishing touches are being put on it. The only thing is the music we're using. Have to get permission, and sometimes licensing gets in the way. And I sent in my request for music. I used you, Gabe. I told him to contact you, see if we could use some of your music, and like Baby Shell and Thomas X and Corey Medina. Just all trying to do all native soundtrack, and that's pretty much what's holding us up right now. And I was trying to be in Sundance this year, but we missed it the last 3 years. But it sounds like we're doing trying to get in. I think they're called labs, where we can finish up our movie, and then from there it'll just hopefully help us get it out and try to go big time.
Hell yeah,
that's the plan anyway.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm super excited to see that. I've always said I wanted to try stand up, but too much of a puss. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, you are.
Actually, I think you'd be pretty good at it, man. That last time I was down there at Randy Benet's, you're telling us your stories, your behind the scenes, and
yeah,
you sound like those would translate well onto the stage, I think. And so we just gotta push you out there, and I'll give you a good push next time out that way.
One of these days, I'll test it out. I'd have to do it. I'd have to not tell anybody about it and just go bomb on my own.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it took for me. I didn't start comedy till I was 33. 2009 was the first time I tried comedy, and I've always wanted to do it since I was a kid, because I grew up watching Eddie Murphy and Cheech and Chong and shit I wasn't supposed to be watching, and I just like that the reaction they got with their stories, and it took me years to build up the courage for it. But once I got out there, man, you get that little bit of the reaction from the crowd, you get that rush, and you just want to keep doing it. Kind of like drugs, I suppose, and I've been chasing that rush ever since, and I just started it'll be my 10th year of doing comedy now, so hopefully we can make something out of this. I've been fortunate to travel the country. I did the what is that called? The Laugh Factory on Sunset. Is that what it's called? Yeah, world famous Laugh Factory. And the night before we did that, we went out with Jared Redwater and Casey Nicholson, Will Spotted Bear, all of us comedians that went out there. We took a ride to the Comedy Store, because they have open mics on Sunday nights out there. And you think of it being out that way, comedy clubs, it's all glamorous, stars everywhere. But shit, man, that wasn't even close to what we were seeing. It was like, it's called the Belly Room, where they do their open mics, and I felt so nervous, because a lot of the comedians weren't really, I don't want to say not in their right minds, but that's what it seemed like. It seemed like a res party.
Yeah.
Go to a res party you're not familiar with, a lot of crazy looking people, and that's what it felt like. And out of all of us there, their process is you know, put your name in a hat and they'll draw you out, and somehow my name was the first name to come up when they drew hats and or drew
Oh,
names.
shit.
So I did my first ever Hollywood set at the Comedy Store. And nothing prepared. I just went up there and talked shit, and that was probably the most fun I've ever had in my life on stage.
Nice.
So hopefully,
Wayne did, huh?
so I killed it over there, man. You know, Jared Redwater, you said that the best he's ever seen me do, and I've been trying to recapture that, but not even close, man. I can't get back to that level yet.
That's awesome, man.
I think it's probably harder because when you have a set show that you're trying to stay on, it's harder because you got to try to remember it. I think.
No, that's exactly what it is, man. Because you know, the day I have a show, I'm like the worst person to be around. I'm so you know, anxious and pretty you know. My wife hates being around me the day of because I'm trying to remember my notes and go over everything.
Yeah.
But just that night, you know, just went up on stage and just, you know, pretty much just talk shit, and that's what the crowd, you know, they could relate to what I was saying. I don't know how, you know, it's the kid from the res, and they were still, you know, digging what I was saying, and so that was pretty cool to get that reaction from, you know, professional comedians in Hollywood.
That's pretty awesome. I heard you got beef with fucking Gabriel Iglesias. What's up with all that?
Well, it was I'm on Twitter a lot, and I've been on there. It'll be, I think, 12 years now. This year I've been on Twitter, and I just like to, you know, post stuff, you know, late at night, and I was pretty much just trying to. That's how I get gigs, you know, social media, you know, word of mouth, and I make contacts that way. And I had a tweet that rubbed them the wrong way. I must have called them toots or something. You know, come on, man, give me a chance. I'll rock your stage, toots. And I must have added him, and then he saw that like 2 minutes later. He come at me like I don't know how, you know, something about, I don't know how you've been doing comedy like this with your attitude, and you know, you're just acting like an entitled brat. I'm like, shit, man, I'm the same age as him, and he's calling me a fucking brat, and so you're going back and forth like that, and you know, then all of his fans, his army, just pretty much fucking came at me and trying to rip me a new one, and you know, I answered as much as I could. That was like 1 a.m, so I was like, I had to work the next day, but shit, I was on Twitter till about 3:00 Wednesday morning, just fighting off Fluffy Guy's army, and it was a lot of fun, man.
That's crazy,
Some
man.
of the people actually took time to look at my tweets and check out my websites and stuff, and saw what kind of, you know, my normal life, you know, foster parent and social worker, and you know, a lot of them were just blindly talking shit about me, and they actually took the time to look at my stuff, and they understood me, and I'm still kind of pissed he called me a brat, you know. Fucking, I'll be 43 years old, same age as him, and he's calling me a brat, so Fluffy hates me.
Didn't I see a picture with you and him?
No, I was with, who the hell was at that time? Because I was trying to get a meet and greet with him, because I remember my buddy Stu, he was working security at one of the casinos he was at.
Yeah.
He was trying to get me in, but I missed it, and then Fluffy signed like an autograph for me, Tito, and Rob Fairbanks, and so I just missed Fluffy by a little bit, but...
Huh. Crazy.
But I've been able to, I'm fortunate enough to meet a few comedians like David Cross and Louis C.K. and
Hell yeah.
that was in Chicago during the Just for Laughs festival, and we were out there for a Cubs game, and we were coming out of our hotel, and I knew who they were right away, and you know, David Cross, you know, for some reason I called. I knew who he was. I knew who Louis C.K. was at the time, but I called him Greg Fitzsimmons and pissed him off.
Oh, hell no.
well, where I'm from, we don't have a lot of redheads, and I just mixed them up, and it was kind of awkward, you know.
You called Louis C.K. Greg Fitzsimmons?
Yeah. Yeah.
I could see David Cross being a little bit more Greg Fitzsimmons, but
I knew exactly who he was, but it's still the first redhead comedian that popped in my head was Greg Fitzsimmons. I have a picture of that, and he looks pretty pissed in the picture I have posted up on Facebook. David Cross laughing his ass off because of the mix-up there. And he was pretty gracious about it, but, I was just being starstruck. And that's my Louis C.K. story.
Yeah. He didn't try to rub one out in front of you or anything like that?
He probably would have if I followed him to his room, but that place.
Yeah. Fucking ace. What do you got? You got anything coming up?
I have nothing coming up. I had a show, I think it was last week. We had a wellness summit. I got to perform there with Adrian Chilipa, which is good turnout. It's kind of weird getting booked in my own community because I'm not really the typical native fry-bred Paulo type comedian. I'm more of a I work better rated R.
Yeah.
So it was kind of tough with a bunch of kids in the audience, but I made it work. But right now I have nothing, man. My schedule's pretty clear, and it usually stuff comes up every other month. So
should try to get some shows up here, man.
Yep, I want to head back that way. That was I think the first open mic I ever did was that Fat Daddies at the time.
Yeah, I think because I was there, wasn't I?
Yeah, you were there. Me, you, Randy Benes, and then Chris Barrera, and after that we got shit-faced at some house, and I don't remember what happened after that. It was a long ride home the next day.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Yeah, we'll have to get you up here. I want to thank you again for doing my record release party, hosting that.
Oh man, that made me realize how old I'm getting because one of the guys that were performing with you that night too, he was in a hurry. He said, "Yeah, man, here, let's keep this song. I want to go home and get to bed." I was thinking the same thing, man. It was like 11:30. I was yawning.
Yeah,
I want to get to bed. Huh?
Yeah.
That's when you're getting on.
Man, yeah, it's rough.
That was way past my bedtime.
Hell yeah. Well, what's your social media? Where can people get at you? If anybody's listening that wants to book you for a show, how can they get a hold of you?
Well, I have my website. It's JohnnyRComedy.com, JONNY, no H. Or my Twitter is @TheJohnnyR, Instagram @TheJohnnyR. Then I have my YouTube channel is youtube.com/94warriors, the number 94, which I post most of my my podcast, which I also have a podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Johnny R Podcast. That's on, I think I do it through the Anchor app, and the Anchor app sends it out to Spotify and Google Play. I'm still trying to get on iTunes, man. I've been doing this 2 years, and I just can't. I'm not cool enough for iTunes, so someday I'll get to your guys' level.
Well, I'm sure Robert could probably help you with that.
I appreciate it, man.
Well, right on. Well, thanks for stopping through, man. Hopefully you can make it to my birthday show next month, man. That would be fun.
Man. I remember the last time we went down for your birthday, and that was a night of pure chaos. I don't know. You could show that night, and then the next day you had a party bus.
Oh yeah.
And we went so hard after that show. I couldn't even function that next day, so I couldn't even make the party bus and Scarlett O'Hara's, and I was kind of bummed, but I was just glad I survived that.
Man, I barely survived that party bus. Fuck. That night was a fucking mess. Yeah. That whole weekend.
It didn't even sound fun.
It was terrible. But yeah, man.
I'm glad I missed that.
Thanks for stopping by, man. We definitely appreciate it, and hopefully we'll catch you next month here, man.
All right, cool, man. Big fan of you guys, man. Keep up the good work.
Hell yeah. Thank you, man.
All right, see ya.
All right,
Yeah.
Take it easy.
I didn't even realize he was the one who hosted your freaking release party.
Yeah, John's the shit. I've known John for a long time.
Yeah, how'd you guys meet?
Randy Benes, he used to be like my right-hand man here. And he's like John's buddy from Red Lake or whatever. So John came down to visit Randy, and then that's how I met him. Was through that.
He's the guy that used to live over on the north part of town?
Yes. Randy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think I've been there once.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, me and him used to fucking do it up all the time. And then, yeah. But yeah, John brought us out to a fucking show. We did a show out there. For, I want to say like their high school reunion. I did a show out there for them. It was pretty fun. I never realized like how far away fucking Red Lake was. It's like it's like
For real.
yeah,
Like
far
pretty
as
much
fuck
all
away.
of their reservations are really
Yeah.
far away. Bemidji.
Yeah.
That
But-
area.
Yeah, it was a good time. So I don't know. Good shit.
Whoa.
Yeah. Anybody else got anything to say? Anything you want to bring up? Any beefs you want to clear up? Or hash
I'll
out?
save that
Beefs.
for next time. I'll keep it rated PG.
All right. Well, I think that that about does it
The
then.
next podcast is like Super Bowl Sunday.
Super Bowl Sunday, yep.
So have your bets ready.
Yep.
Yep.
Bets ready. We take Bitcoin. We take
And then like the Native Hope people will be joining us, so
yeah, that'll be cool.
And Kansas was
Awesome.
at the Indigenous Peoples March too in DC.
Hell yeah. That's what's up. Well, we're gonna finish the show with a new song by the homie Second Born Son called Never Follow. So check that out. Make sure you holler at fucking Kino Casino or Second Born Son on Facebook and anywhere you can find his music. And we will catch you guys in a few weeks.
See you guys.
Go Patriots.
First I hit the bank, then I hit the plug, then I hit the trap, then I hit the club, then I hit your girl, then I hit a friend, then I go to sleep, wake up and hit again. I'm getting paid now, yeah, about to blow up any day now, yeah, don't give a fuck about what you say now, yeah, I'm in my motherfucking lane now, get out the way now, I'm getting paid now. Yeah, about to come up any day now. Yeah, don't give a fuck about what you say now. Yeah, I'm in my motherfucking lane now. Get out the way now. Ain't shit, I haven't done a scene for the color green. Raised in the hood, but I'm from another scene. Cup full of lean and a blunt full of green. Got me up and my team coming up with a scheme. Ain't nothing that ain't for, so what I got the heat for. See me on the block and you better make a detour. Never trying to be pulled, always trying to see more bitches. I'm a jock up and down like a seesaw. This is just everyday jump out the Chevrolet. Trying to get hella paid, then get the hell away. You sing them serenades, I just sell lemonade. Get in their legs, get away like a renegade. Hits in the stage like a rock star, pop bars. Blackout, wake up, set a cop car. Better bail out or they drop that charge. Haters always talking, but they not that hard. I'ma drop them bars, you can catch it if you can. You now rockin' with the most savage in the land. You rap about money, I'm trying to have it in my hand. And the bitch stick his ass gram on a handy cam. That's a plan though, gotta keep a gram rolled. Any beat, any speed, ready, medium, fast, slow beats get handled. And my squad got reps, I don't even fuck a lick to put my bars on flex. First I hit the bank, then I hit the plug, then I hit the trap, then I hit the club, then I hit your girl, then I hit a friend, then I go to sleep, wake up and hit again. I'm getting paid now, yeah, about to blow up any day now, yeah, don't give a fuck about what you say now, yeah, I'm in my motherfucking lane now, get out the way now, I'm getting paid now, yeah, about to come up any day now, yeah, don't give a fuck about what you say now, yeah, I'm in my motherfucking lane now, get out the way now, smoke that loud, pop that bottle, yeah, yeah, we live it now, fuck tomorrow, yeah, yeah, get that bag, that's the motto, yeah, yeah, I might snag me a model, yeah, yeah, shit get poppin' like them hollow, yeah, yeah, puffin' on that Colorado, yeah, yeah, I made my lane, I don't follow, yeah, yeah, I hit the gas and push the throttle, I made it all on my own, smoke that loud, pop that bottle, yeah, yeah, we live it now, fuck tomorrow, yeah, yeah, get that bag, that's the motto, yeah, yeah, I might snag me a model, yeah, yeah, shit get poppin' like them hollow, yeah, yeah, puffin' on that Colorado, yeah, yeah, I made my lane, I don't follow, yeah, yeah, I hit the gas and push the throttle, I made it all on my own, I'm getting paid now, yeah, about to blow up any day now, yeah, don't give a fuck about what you say now, yeah, I'm in my motherfucking lane now, get out the way now, I'm getting paid now, yeah. Yeah, about to come up any day now. Yeah, don't give a fuck about what you say now. Yeah, I'm in my motherfucking lane now. Get out the way now. Yeah, Sav God.
A production of the SiouxEmpire.com.